The 1914 Sanborn insurance map shows 3 buildings occupying the land where 116 East Main currently sits. The original site consisted of 3 wooden buildings which housed a restaurant, a barber shop, and a storage building at 238, 239, and 240 Main Street. The current building was constructed circa 1921 and the 1925 Sanborn map shows that it was used as an auto repair garage. In 1936 Belk Matthews opened their 125th department store in this location, including the 2 adjacent buildings. Belk remained the occupant until 1998 when they closed the store. The building is still affectionately known as the Belk Building today and remains a Cherryville landmark. Belk's was founded in 1888 and by the 1990s it had over 300 stores in the South. The chain had 3 Matthews brothers and 2 stepbrothers working for Belk, with Frank and Houston Matthews being the best known of the brothers in Cherryville. The first photo shows an article from the Charlotte Observer detailing the announcement of the closing of the Belk location and the ensuing closing sale. The article also discusses the struggles of the city of Cherryville in its efforts to revitalize the downtown area after the Carolina Freight merger and shutdown of the Cherryville headquarters. The second photo shows the 1914 Sanborn insurance map. The location of the current structure at 116 East Main Street is outlined in red and shows 3 buildings previously occupying the space. It is interesting to note that the address numbers during this time were much different than present day. Also, what we call Oak Street today was South Mill Street during the early 1900s. In 2016 the building was added to the National Register of Historic Places, becoming one of the 53 contributing structures that make up the Cherryville Historic District. During the construction we exposed a painted sign on what was originally the exterior of 114 East Main Street. The painted sign is dated 1912 and it reads J.F. Carpenter Restaurant. We were able to ascertain from photographs that an identical sign was also painted on the west side of 114 East Main. We have left this painted sign in original condition and it can be seen on the exposed brick wall in one of the loft apartments. The building at 116 East Main is approximately 101 years old and has a total of 7,140 square feet. The renovation project took about a year and a half. There were unavoidable delays caused primarily by the COVID pandemic, resultant supply chain issues, and other ongoing projects within the community, including the beautiful YMCA building. The construction cost for this project was over $1 million. The construction manager, Vic Hoyle, and a small crew completed a vast majority of the demo, remodel, and framing. The plans were adapted and drawn by Mark Patterson with Upland Architects. Chris Sperling was the general contractor and Vicky Sperling was the project manager. The project employed and supported several local businesses and subcontractors and, along with the YMCA and 200 East Main renovation, was the third major project by Cherryville Main Street LLC in its efforts to restore and reinvigorate downtown Cherryville. The new layout consists of 4 luxury apartments upstairs. 2 of the apartments are approximately 850 square feet with 2 bedrooms and the other 2 are loft-style layouts with roughly 600 square feet. The apartments have an entrance from the rear parking lot and one from Main Street. The main level features retail and office space. Suite 100 is a large retail space with a storefront and has 1,000 square feet and a private bathroom. On the other side, there are 5 smaller offices, a public restroom, a kitchen, and a beautiful, shared conference room. Initial construction involved demolition and further inspection of the building. The removal of the large green metal transom and awning was a laborious and dangerous job. During the demolition, key areas of rust and corrosion were found on weight-bearing components. The removal of the awning required the support of the neighbors, Max and Alice, as the awning spanned their buildings as well. Cherryville Main Street LLC paid for the complete removal of the awning and paid for updates to the neighboring properties. The building is now the safest building in Cherryville, featuring strobes, pulls, fire doors, multiple exits, and an ultramodern sprinkler and alarm system. During the demolition, 2 older fire suppression systems needed to be removed to install the new one. Building the unique and beautiful front facade and transom windows, designed by students in the architectural program at UNC Greensboro, was an arduous and time-consuming task as the entire front had to be removed and built back by hand, with no prefabrication. It is really a work of art. Upstairs we had wanted to save the floor, but due to it being softwood and damaged, it had to be removed. As a result, all the flooring upstairs is brand new red oak hardwood, over 3,500 square feet. The new 2-panel doors upstairs and the 5-panel doors on the main level are period correct as we tried to keep some historical character. The upper support structure for the roof was in poor condition and was sagging up to 6 inches in the center of the upper floor. To fix this, the support structure was completely replaced with large level beams, and the old beams were removed. The joists also had new LVL sister beams attached to them to properly support and level the upper ceiling. The upstairs ceilings were left open to expose the wood beams, rafters, and boards. This open design does not allow for traditional insulation. To insulate, our 25 rated ridge foam insulation board was installed under a new rubber membrane roof, which is a very efficient insulation system and will significantly reduce utility costs in the building. The back of the building was also extensively remodeled as entrances for both the downstairs and a private entrance for the apartments were required. The existing stairwell corridor was used, but it was reversed to create an exterior rear entrance for the upper level. A second set of stairs was added to the front for Main Street access to the apartments. The utility wires for the electricity and internet were installed underground to provide a clean look on the back of the building. However, existing AT&T wires still need to be addressed. The building is 21 inches out of square because it was built between 2 existing structures. 118 East Main was built in 1918 and 114 East Main in 1906. This made for extensive custom carpentry and headaches for our master carpenter, Vic Hoyle. We are excited that all the apartments have been rented and our residents have begun to move in. We are glad to have more people living uptown as we work with the city and the Main Street program to rejuvenate Cherryville. One storefront, Suite 101, has been leased by Print 3D. Mr. Taylor will be operating this unique business that focuses on teaching the public and young people the art and usefulness of 3-dimensional printing. Suite 104 has been leased by Reggie Walker for his company Unishippers. Please call Vicky Sperling Realty if you are interested in leasing any of the commercial space. What is next for Cherryville Main Street? We have exciting projects planned, but our next project is the renovation and restoration of the old fish box building on 1st Street. The architects have completed their first draft drawings and we have cleared the lot behind it. We plan to start construction very soon and are delighted to work with Tracy, who is going to reopen a carry-out fish house. Pete's Fish Box will be a welcome addition to Cherryville. Beyond this exciting project, our next project looks to be the renovation of 126 West Main, the old post office. The 3-story building at the overhead bridge on the corner of Main and Mulberry will feature 8 luxury apartments and a parking lot across the street. This building will be solely residential and will have an elevator. We look forward to the continued revitalization of Cherryville.
It helps if I let it a little longer. Right.